Hi everyone, Alex here. If you want a simple way to memorize civics answers, I'm here to help. Today we're focusing on American government. It's 72 questions from the 128-question version of the civics test released in 2025. We'll do them in random order. I'll read the question, give you a moment, and then I'll read every correct answer option. I'll pause so you have time to answer. Not sure which civics test you'll need? Visit civicsquestions.com to find out, and subscribe for more videos like this one. All right, here's the first question. Who elects members of the House of Representatives? Citizens from their congressional district. What is the form of government of the United States? Republic. Constitution-based federal republic. Representative democracy. What is the supreme law of the land? U.S. Constitution. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? Citizens of their state, people of their state. What is the highest court in the United States? Supreme Court. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States? Citizens. Citizens of the United States. U.S. citizens. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? To be independent of politics. To limit outside political influence. There are 3 branches of government. Why? So one part does not become too powerful. Checks and balances. Separation of powers. Name one power of the president. Signs bills into law. Vetoes bills. Enforces laws. Commander-in-chief of the military. Chief diplomat. Appoints federal judges. Many documents influence the U.S. Constitution. Name one. Declaration of Independence. Articles of Confederation. Federalist Papers. Anti-Federalist Papers. Virginia Declaration of Rights. Fundamental Orders of Connecticut. Mayflower Compact. Iroquois Great Law of Peace. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators? To more closely follow public opinion. Name 2 promises that new citizens make in the Oath of Allegiance. Give up loyalty to other countries. Defend the U.S. Constitution. Obey the laws of the United States. Serve in the military if needed. Serve. Help do important work for the nation, if needed. Be loyal to the United States. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why? Because of the state's population. Because they have more people. Because some states have more people. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. Explains laws. Resolves disputes, disagreements about the law. Decides if a law goes against the U.S. Constitution. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain? Declaration of Independence. Name the 3 branches of government. Legislative, executive, and judicial. Congress, President, and the courts. Who elects U.S. senators? Citizens from their state. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Vice President of the United States. Why is the Electoral College important? It decides who is elected president. It provides a compromise between the popular election of the president and congressional selection. Why is it important to pay federal taxes? Required by law. All people pay to fund the federal government. Required by the U.S. Constitution. 16th Amendment. Civic duty. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? 9. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States. The flag. What is the capital of your state? This answer varies by state. Visit civicsquestions.com/state to find the correct answer for your location. What does the President's Cabinet do? Advises the President of the United States. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent? Citizens in their congressional district. Citizens in their district. People from their congressional district. People in their district. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? 5. Name one power that is only for the federal government. Print paper money, mint coins, declare war, create an army, make treaties, set foreign policy. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. Leaders must obey the law. Government must obey the law. No one is above the law. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document? Declaration of Independence. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Donald Trump. Why does each state have 2 senators? Equal representation for small states. The Great Compromise. Connecticut Compromise. What part of the federal government writes laws? U.S. Congress. U.S. or National Legislature. Legislative branch. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. The President of the United States is elected for how many years? 4 years. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? For life. Lifetime appointment. Until retirement. What is the economic system of the United States? Capitalism. Free market economy. What is one way Americans can serve their country? Vote. Pay taxes. Obey the law. Serve in the military. Run for office. Work for local, state, or federal government. Why is the Declaration of Independence important? It says America is free from British control. It says all people are created equal. It identifies inherent rights. It identifies individual freedoms. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older can vote. You don't have to pay a poll tax to vote. Any citizen can vote. Women and men can vote. A male citizen of any race can vote. How long is a term for a U.S. Senator? 6 years. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government? Executive branch. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean? Self-government, popular sovereignty, consent of the governed. People should govern themselves. Example of social contract. What are two examples of civic participation in the United States? Vote, run for office, join a political party, help with a campaign, join a civic group, join a community group, give an elected official your opinion on an issue, contact elected officials, support or oppose an issue or policy, write to a newspaper. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does. Forms the government, defines powers of government, defines the parts of government, protects the rights of the people. The executive branch has many parts. Name one. President of the United States. Cabinet. Federal departments and agencies. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution? Amendments. The amendment process. What are two cabinet-level positions? Attorney General, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Health and Human Services, Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Secretary of the Interior, Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State, Secretary of Transportation, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Secretary of War, Vice President, Administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, Administrator of the Small Business Administration, Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, Director of the Office of Management and Budget, Director of National Intelligence, United States Trade Representative. Who signs bills to become laws? The President of the United States. What is one part of the judicial branch? Supreme Court. Federal courts. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives? 2 years. Name your U.S. representative. This answer varies by state. Visit civicsquestions.com/state to find the correct answer for your location. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? This answer varies by state. Visit civicsquestions.com/state to find the correct answer for your location. Who vetoes bills? The President of the United States. Name one power of the U.S. Congress. Writes laws, declares war, makes the federal budget. How many U.S. senators are there? 100. Who is the governor of your state now? This answer varies by state. Visit civicsquestions.com/state to find the correct answer for your location. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? 435. What are 3 rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to petition the government, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have? 27. Name 2 important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. Equality, liberty, social contract, natural rights, limited government, self-government. Who appoints federal judges? The President of the United States. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military? The President of the United States. Name one power that is only for the states. Provide schooling and education. Provide protection, police. Provide safety, fire departments. Give a driver's license. Approve zoning and land use. How many senators does each state have? 2. It is important for all men age 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why. Required by law. Civic duty. Makes the draft fair if needed. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why? Because of the 22nd Amendment, to keep the President from becoming too powerful. How can people become United States citizens? Be born in the United States under the conditions set by the 14th Amendment. Naturalize. Derive citizenship under conditions set by Congress. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? J.D. Vance. What does the Bill of Rights protect? The basic rights of Americans. The basic rights of people